to Vic's Bricks Tips and Tricks with Vicky and the cat. Thanks, cat. Today we're talking about trying to get your models on an angle. They fit on your base plates very well square, but if you want them to go on an angle, I've made a template. This one has, I think it's 6 by 6, and you've got, I think that might be an 8 by 8. I'll have a look in a second, and I'll give you in a different shot exactly where to put them, because it does take a while. But if you want your bricks to sit exactly on an angle, that's how you do it. Bye for now.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Vic's Bricks Tips and Tricks. Today we're talking about accessorising your minifigs. Now you can just about do anything with them. You can change their hats, you can put little things in their hair, put things in their hands, add shields and weapons and things like that. So go berserk. You can even get, make a minifig that looks a bit like Michael Jackson. Hee hee. All right, go berserk. As I say, find things to put into your builds, makes them more interesting and gives them all a bit more detail. Happy building. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome back to Vic's Bricks Tips and Tricks. Today we're talking about angles. Now, you might have some modulars that are a bit square looking, a bit blocky looking. That's fine, okay? Some work like that. But if you want to make a little bit of difference in things, use those hinge blocks or plates. The hinge blocks allow you to do curved windows. They also allow you, see this one here? This one's on an angle like that. So using angles in your modulars really bring out just the dynamics of it and just, gives it that extra special thing, I think. As I say, some modulars require to be square, that's all good. But again, given the chance, give yourself some windows or things like that. Till next time, hooroo! Hello everyone, welcome to Vic's Bricks Tips and Tricks. Today we're talking about base plates. Now we all know the single base plates. They come in your standard 16 by 16, your 1632, your 3232 and your 4848 studs for your bigger ones. Think about maybe incorporating some coloured ones. Now these are the old road ones you get, and you can get things like beach and rivers and things as well. If you're doing a big build, I would suggest you use what's called the double-sided. So with these you can actually build up and up and up and up, and see they're a lot stronger than your single ones. These ones are a little bit more floppy, but yeah, if you want a really strong base, the double-sided, and they come in all shapes, sizes. Again, use your base plates. Till next time, bye. Hello everyone, welcome back to Vic's Bricks Tips and Tricks. Today we're talking about ball joints, which are these things. They go in there, and the good thing about ball joints is you can move them any which way you want. So it's not just straight angular. They're great for making complex builds where you want to move things in any which way that you want to, especially with like dragon wings and things like that. So ball joints, they're part of like the Technic section, and they come in all sorts of different weird and wonderful designs, but they're great, as I said, for making things that you want to be able to move in any direction whatsoever. And as I said, as you can see, this Ninjago dragon has a head that moves in all directions, things like that. Have a go at the ball joints. Till next time, hooroo!
Hello again, it's Vic's Bricks Tips and Tricks. Brushes, these are as handy as. Especially when you've got, I don't know if you can see it, but there's heaps of dirt and muck on there. And when you're cleaning, getting the brushes in there. Nice big one. Okay. And it won't knock your little things over. That's the main thing, because otherwise, you use a vacuum, it's stuck. So, brushes, great little tool. Get some. Bye. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hi guys, welcome back to Vic's Bricks Tips and Tricks. Today I'm talking about if you want to make a monstrous model. This one, I loved, like, find a model you love, which I loved this one, but I wanted to make it into a mansion. So buy a second model, and what you do is you build it in mirror form, so that when you put them together, it ends up being a huge mansion. This is actually going to be my Wayne Manor for my Batman section. So all you have to do, buy two, put them together, massive big build. Till next time, bye for now.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Vic's Bricks Tips and Tricks. Today we're talking about buying your bricks. With Lego, just Lego, I look for clearance sales at the local supermarkets and things like that. That's where you get good prices. Gifts, tell your friends that you're doing Lego, they'll give it to you for Christmas. And also getting on the group sites, buy swap sells, local community notice boards. That's where the best place to get it from. If you're looking for the alternate bricks, things like Temu, Wish, I love AliExpress. Buy everything off AliExpress. So they're the best places to do your buying. And join groups as well. They'll sometimes have swapping, selling, that kind of thing. So happy hunting. Bye for now. Hi all, welcome back to Vic's Bricks Tips and Tricks. Talking about personal creativity today. Putting extra little things into your builds or into your layouts. This one, part of my fun park. I just made it up, put it on a sticker, built a little holder. There you go, Bob's right. Also adding things like different textures. Cloth, a lot of cloth on the ships obviously, but you can add cloth around the place. Textures of wood, and using the gardens to make spiky, okay, but just really mix it up. Colours as well, trying different colours, adding your own creativity to that. Designer programs. Lego's got a designer program, download it, have a go. Also, just make something yourself. See you later. Hi guys, Vicky from Vic's Bricks and welcome to Vic's Bricks Tips and Tricks. If you don't have a particular item and you need it, be creative and make it yourself. I need zebras for my zoo and Lego don't make them. Get a white horse, get your textures out, make one. Okay, start off with a plain white horse and a black texture and just start colouring in stripes. If you can't do it, get someone like your daughter who's very clever at drawing to do it for you. And then, at the end, you're ending up with a beautiful zebra for your zoo. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Bye.
Hi everyone, welcome to Vic's Bricks. Today I'm just going to have a chat to you about instruction manuals. Now, a lot of you will know that people are making mocks now and getting everything sent through with a PDF file. And you know, I've mentioned in the past, I'm not a fan of PDFs. If you're lucky enough to be in the position like I am, to have a binding machine, what I did was I printed off the instruction manual on my colour printer and put a cover on it, just myself, and bound it together. Now, we all know the old fishing shack. I did a review on that one. That was a PDF, and I just found, because when I sit in front of the TV like I do when I build things, trying to have my laptop open and do things, I'm an old school. I know it's not great for the environment, but I'm an old school paper manual. And I went through and did all the ones that I had PDFs, and yeah, just printed them off, put them in binders. They work out just as good because, yeah, as I said, you get a colour instruction manual. I liked it, and yeah, just makes it a bit easier. You can still do your, leave your PDFs on there, if that's up to you. But me personally, I'm a paper gal. So yeah, if you get the, you can get really quite cheap binding machines and the binding coils, and yeah, easy to do. I did that. I remember doing a review on this, the Viking Village expansion set, only a little manual like that. But again, I like to keep them just so I can go back and, and find where they are. So yeah, if that's your thing, if you like paper instructions like I do, and I'll actually go out of my way to get paper instruction manuals when I'm ordering things, but sometimes they just don't come with that, I will go and I'll print them off just so I've got them there. So a little bit of a helpful hint if you want, if you want to do that. You need a colour printer obviously as well, but yeah, colour printer, binder, Bob's your uncle. I don't have an Uncle Bob, but till next time, keep on building. Hooroo!
Hi guys, welcome back to Vic's Bricks Tips and Tricks. Today we're talking about cutting up your base plates. Sometimes you have sections where you need a smaller piece than the standard 32 or 16 dots, and I'm going to show you the easy way to do it. You just need a metal ruler, Stanley knife or box cutter, and sandpaper. Alright, so you line it up where you want to, and you score it all the way through as many times as you need to. And once it's scored through deep enough, all you have to do is just snap it, give it a sandpaper, like you're doing your fingernails, and there's your perfect size piece for wherever you want. Happy cutting! See you next time. Bye for now.